In all the places that I have traveled and all the adventures that I have done, it was the single most transformative wilderness experience I've ever had. Everything was twice as far away and twice as big as I thought it was.
When I got a call on a Saturday to see if I could be on a plane on a Monday, I jumped at the opportunity. I spent much of my time walking there, and we were a base camp, which was kind of cool. You can do all sorts of different trips up in the Arctic. And we'd walk across the tundra, and a greater expanse you've never seen.
It is an extraordinary landscape in terms of understanding one's place. I believe that if this planet is going to survive, if we as a species are going to survive, sort of one of the fundamental characteristics that we need is a good sense of humility.
The Alaskan Arctic, that is this magnificent, huge, still wild landscape that is really, for all intents and purposes, the way it's been for all of eternity. You leave that place thinking, we have to leave it like this. We are the Arctic.
I had never been to a place like that where you would see tens of thousands of herds of caribou, where you're in a place where there aren't roads. You know that you're 500 miles from the nearest road. You have grizzly bears and wolves that come to your camp, but they're really not actually even going to come near your kitchen in the way that you might be worried about in Yosemite or another place, because they actually don't know what cooked food smells like. So it was just a completely different experience.
For me, it was fulfilling something that happened to me a few years before that, when Gail Norton, one of the first secretaries of the Interior that I ever met, had basically told me it was nothing but an ice road up there.
She was talking about how the Arctic Refuge was a place that we as an industry should stand down from supporting. And she said, well, you know, there's nothing up there. It's just a blank space. As anyone that's ever been there, once you get on the ground and you're in the Arctic, you understand what it's all about. It's this pristine place. It was, I like to call my Lewis and Clark feeling, where everything is still as it was hundreds of thousands of years ago. It's still there. I was shocked that there could actually be a place like this in America.
To me, the Arctic is our last best place. And the scenery and the wildlife and the space is just mind-boggling. I mean, I don't know anywhere else, you know, in the U.S. for sure that you can go and see grizzly bear and caribou and fish for Arctic char and grayling, and they just appear before your eye. And now is our time, from my generation to future generations, to be able to have that experience, to go up there, and whether you're on a trek or on a river trip or on a photography adventure, to be able to go there and witness that for yourself is worthy of every man, human, and person on this planet.
For me, that's why we have to preserve this landscape, and why it's an opportunity to go to a place that's not like any other place.
My grandchildren, my grandchildren's children will have, hopefully, the Arctic and this incredible experience that I have. We are the Arctic.
We are the Arctic.
We are the Arctic.
We are the Arctic.
I've hiked all over the world. I've hiked the Serengeti, I've hiked in the Rift Valley. Very few places, as you can tell, move you like this place does. The Arctic absolutely deserves to be saved. It deserves to be there to be visited in pictures, in experiences, in the imagination. We are the Arctic.